Smart 24, driving business.
Into the school, even when they get out of the school. Don't let the children scatter everywhere around the road that neighbors your schools. It is important for you to collaborate with the local authorities, especially the traffic police or the police, to ensure that they always come and sensitize these children about road safety. Monitor the student drop-off and pick up areas. Make sure there are old people, those caretakers in the school who have flags to raise them as they alert motorists of the children crossing, and this will enable them to safely cross. Avoid using unauthorized vehicles to transport these children, especially as they go for sports or as they go for trips. We have often seen some schools using trucks to carry these pupils or students to take them to some of those trips. This is very, very dangerous because we have seen most of them overturn, killing students or even injuring them. So we must use vehicles that are authorized to transport people, not using these open trucks. And general tips: avoid unsafe overtaking. Observe speed limits at all times. Use your seat belts and stay vigilant, and also report reckless driving on the roads. Call our numbers . Motorcycles, 5 drivers and 2 others. Vulnerable road users, who include pedestrians and motorcyclists, made up to 82% of the total death. Motorcyclists alone accounted for 43%, pedestrians accounted for 39%, drivers 8%, and vehicle occupants 6%. And the major causes of these road crashes remain unsafe overtaking, which contributed to 37% of the total crash, followed by speeding with 22% of the total crashes. Among the notable road crashes were 2 people died and 10 others were injured in a fatal road crash that occurred on the 9th of September 2024 at approximately 3:40 p.m. near London College of St. Lawrence Swamp, Maya, on Kampala-Masaka Highway, involving motor vehicles UBK 843L, it was a Tata lorry, and motor vehicle UG 052-7Z, a Toyota Prado, and UAS 023S, a Toyota Hiace. The driver of the Tata lorry traveling from Kampala to Masaka side attempted to overtake a line of vehicles while on a slope. The lorry collided with the oncoming taxi, forcing it into the Prado TX traveling in the same direction. And the impact instantly killed the taxi driver and 1 passenger, while 10 other passengers in the taxi sustained injuries. And the cause of this crash was the unsafe overtaking of the lorry driver. Another crash, 5 people died in a road crash that occurred on the 9th of September 2024. It was at 12:55 p.m. at Buyara along Kampala-Metiana Highway involving motor vehicle UBM 300Y, a Toyota Hiace, and 2 other motorcycles. 2 speeding motorcycles, each carrying 2 passengers, were overtaking each other from Kampala direction when they lost control and collided with an oncoming Toyota Hiace. The crash resulted in the death of all the 5 people on the motorcycles, with 1 additional person injured. And the cause, of course, was the recklessness of the riders of motorcycles. Now, an unsafe overtaking would be considered as, every time we talk of unsafe overtaking, which has continued to claim lives of people on the roads, this is what we mean. Overtaking on blind corners or curves, overtaking near pedestrian crossings or schools, overtaking on narrow or winding roads, overtaking in areas with poor visibility, especially where there is fog or mist, or when it is raining, overtaking without checking mirrors and blind spots, overtaking by crossing solid white lines or double yellow lines, overtaking by using the opposite lane, overtaking when another vehicle from behind or in front has started overtaking. All this that amounts to unsafe overtaking, which has continued to account for most of the road crashes that are happening. And these are safe overtaking practices that we need all to do or to practice while driving on roads in order to create safer environment on the roads. It's important for you to check mirrors, get to know the blind spots, and signal before overtaking. Ensure sufficient space to complete the maneuver. And while overtaking, you must maintain a safe speed. Avoid overtaking near intersections. Avoid overtaking near pedestrian crossings or school zones. Use designated overtaking areas, especially where they are available, like passing lanes, and be aware of road conditions before you overtake. Be mindful of the weather and the visibility. It is also important for you to yield to the oncoming traffic. Interventions by traffic. On enforcement, last Friday, a total of 72 drivers were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol in 3 divisions of the Kampala metropolitan area, including Katwe, Wandegeya, and Jinja Road. The enforcement operations also targeting those without driving licenses, which were conducted last week, resulted in the arrest of 451 drivers. 59 drivers were without license. 1 driver had a forged license. 179 had expired licenses. 212 were operating outside classes. The above operations are to continue, aimed at reducing the risk of road crashes and to promote safety on the roads. Sensitization campaigns also to continue in order to promote behavioral change among the road users. Thank you. tudde mu Luganda mbalamusiza era tuli wano okubanga tutangaza eggwanga ku ebyo ebibadde ku nguudo ate n'ebyo ebiriwo leero ku makya ga leero ng'abaana badda mu masomero. Leero nnaku z'omwezi 16 mwezi ogw'omwenda mwaka 2024. Mu mwaka ogw'2022 Uganda yafiirwa abaana ab'omakati w'emyaka 5 n'emyaka 18 605. Ate mu mwaka gw'2023 Uganda nefiirwa abaana 872 era abali makati w'emyaka 5 ne 18. Ale mu mwaka guno mwaka 2024 mu myezi 6 kuva mu mwezi ogwa January kutuusa mwezi ogw'omukaaga Uganda yakafiirwa abaana 239 abali makati w'emyaka 5 okutuuka ku myaka 18. Era tusuubira nti abaana bano bonna bagenda ku ssomero oba bayizi ba masomero. Ate tuli wano okubanga engeri gy'abaana bali mu kudda ku masomero okuddamu kwogera eri abakolesa enguudo okuvuga n'obwegendereza ate n'okubanga tulaba biki ebyo bye tulina okubanga tulina okukola okulaba nti waliwo obutebenkevu ku nguudo. Obutebenkevu ku nguudo buba buvunaanyizibwa bwa buli muntu. Eno si nsonga yakulekerera poliisi yokka, naye buli muntu alina obuvunaanyizibwa oba alina kyalina okubanga alina okukola okulaba nti enguudo zaffe ziri seefu olw'abo abaana abatambula nga bagenda ku masomero buli ku makya nga ate nga bakomawo n'akawungeezi. Era eri abazadde b'abano abaana oba guardians baabwe abo abakulira gano amasomero ate n'abo abakolesa ebidduka ebyenjawulo ku nguudo, abavugirako piki, abavugirako n'emmotoka, buli muntu alina omulimo gw'alina okukola okulaba nti abaana bano bali seefu ku nguudo. Eri abayizi kikulu nnyo okulaba nti emmotoka zino ze tukolesa oba pikipiki tuzikwatira ku stage ezo ezimanyiddwa. Kikulu nnyo sigala nga bulindaala nga bwe tutambulira ku nguudo zino ne twewalanga okuzanyira ku nguudo naddala nga abaana abato oluusi abamu bamanyi okuzanyirako omupiira ku nguudo. Ekyo kyabulabe nnyo kubanga piki oba emmotoka eyinza okukoonerawo oba n'abo abalina amasimu okugakolesa oba nga ne bakolesa headsets ne baziteeka mu matu ate nga bwe batambulira ku nguudo zino. So ng'abayizi mulina okwewala ebintu ebyo okulaba nti muli balamu nga bwe mukolesa zino enguudo. Kikulu nnyo nti buli bwe tuba nga tutambula nga tugenda ku ssomero ng'abaana oba nga tuvaayo, kirungi ne tutambulira mu groups. Ate nga bwe mba nga musala oluguudo mulina okusala mu layini emu. Kino kisobozesa abavuzi b'ebidduka ab'enjawulo basigala nga babalaba bulungi nga bwe mutambulira mu teams oba mu groups. Nakyo kikulu ate okumanya ennamba y'emmotoka gy'ogenda okutambuliramu oba ennamba ya piki gy'ogenda okutambulirako. Ate bw'oba olina osobola oginootinga eyo ennamba ginootinge, ate ogende no mu maaso okubanga ennamba eyo gisharinga n'abantu bo bolese ewaka nti wewaawo ekintu kyonna bamanyi wa we batandikira. Buli bwe tuba nga tutambulira ku nguudo, buli muntu yenna atambulira ku luguudo, kikulu nnyo okutambula nga tusigala ku ddyo. Kino kitusobozesa okulaba emmotoka oba ebidduka byonna nga biva mu maaso gaffe nga bidda emabega. So weebaawo ekintu kyonna oba osobola okyewala olw'okuba nti oba okiraba. Nga tonasala oluguudo, kikulu nnyo okubeera mwegendereza ennyo ng'oyimiridde mabbali g'oluguudo n'osooka n'otunula ku ddyo, n'otunula ku kkono, n'otunula ku ddyo. Weeba tabayo emmotoka, sala ekkubo. Ate bw'oba osala tolina kudduka, tambula. Okuwabula eri abazadde kikulu nnyo okusigala nga tusomesa abaana bano engeri gye tulina kweyisaamu nga tuli ku nguudo, oba ziyite road safety rules oba tips, kusigala nga tuzibulira bano abaana engeri gye balina okukolesa zino enguudo. Ffe nga abantu abakulu oba abazadde babano abaana tekimenya amateeka, abaana bano bawulira nga tebanatandika okugenda ate nga nobawulira nga bakomyewo, bino nebisigala mu mitwe gyabwe nebamanya engeri gye basobola okwewala obubenje ku nguudo. Abaana abato nakyo kikulu nnyo okuba kampani ngoba okutambula nabo nga bagenda ku masomero. Buli mwana ali wansi w'emyaka 12 tetumulekerera okutuula ku piki yekka, alina okutuulako n'omuntu omukulu okumusapootinga, obanga piki ezisinga zimanyi okukuba humps, omwana bw'abeera omuto ne babuukako ne bagwa wansi, oluusi ne bafa oba ne bakoseddwa. Ate ng'abazadde nakyo tulina okwewala okuteeka abaana bangi ku piki zino. Amasomero gatandise era pikipiki ojja zisinkana nga zirina abaana 4 oba 5. Ate kati ffe nga poliisi kitukalubiriza okusanga nga ate tukwata ezo piki ezeetise abo abaana. N'ate naamwe abazadde mulina okukola ekyo ekituufu, muleme okuteeka abaana bangi ku pikipiki zino. Piki zino ezitwala abaana bammwe ku ssomero kikulu nnyo okulaba nti buli muvuzi wa bodaboda yenna oba oyo yenna atambuza omwana wano ku piki, oyinza okubeera omuzadde naye nga gwavuga eno piki, mulina okubeera ne crash elements. Abaana nabo balina elements ez'abaana abato, buli mwana mufunire element. Tumanyi nti buli batuuka ku masomero bazitereka bulungi, ate akawungezi ne baddamu ne bazambala ne batambulira ku piki nga badda ewaka. Kino kikulu nnyo ate kitaasa obulamu bw'abaana bano nga batambulira ku pikipiki. Kikulu nnyo nakyo kino okubeera beegendereza n'okutegeera oba okumanya means ki oba ntambula ki essomero gye likolesa okukima abaana. Tulina okulabeza emmotoka ezitambuza bano abaana ate n'engeri gye batikkamu bano abaana. Abasinga bamanyi okuteeka abaana abangi ennyo mu mmotoka entono, oba ne bakolesa emmotoka nga zino ziganyegenya ekimenya amateeka. So ng'omuzadde kikulu nnyo wowe oteeka ono omwana ku mmotoka eyo y'essomero, nawe olina ogyekkebeja ng'omuzadde, ate n'oripootinga eri abakulira essomero, oba bwe baba nga tebakuwuliriza oba ne bakola ky'oyagala, olina okujja mu b'amateeka naddala poliisi n'oba baripootingira. Nammwe ab'amasomero bamanyi oluusi okukolesa abamu ne bakolesa aba drivers abali underqualified okuvuga emmotoka ennene. Kino nakyo kimenya amateeka ate tekikkirizibwa. Bw'obanga driver weeyo emmotoka tomutegeera bulungi, contactinga poliisi. Tulina ba inspectors of vehicles bajja kujja bafune abo abavuga amasomero babatestinge. Bw'aba nga era tebakwalifyinga temubawa mirimu oba temba employing okuriskinga obulamu bw'abaana nga muwadde abantu ng'abo emmotoka okuzivuga. Eri abagoba b'ebidduka ab'enjawulo kuno nako okuwabula. Buli bwe tuba nga tusembera amasomero oba zebra crossings we tusuubira abaana b'amasomero okuba nga bakrossinga oba basala enguudo, tulina okukendeeza sipiidi yaffe gye tuvugirako. Tulina okubeera beegendereza ku points ezo zonna abaana gye basalira amakubo. Tulina okusigala nga tugoberera speed limits ne tutavuga ate okumenya etteeka erya speed ku nguudo, naddala mu bifo bino ebiri busy oba built up places oba ne school zones oba highways eziriko amasomero. Buli bwe tuzembera ebifo ebyo tulina okumanya nti speed gye tuvugirako tulina ogisala. Tulina okwewalanga ebyo ebitutaataaganyiza nga tuli ku nguudo, naddala okukolesa amasimu. Abamu oluusi bavuga nga bwe balya n'ebirala. So ebintu ebyo byonna tulina obyewalanga naddala nga tutwala abaana bano ku masomero oba nga tubakima akawungezi ate ekikulu nnyo oba ekyamaanyi ennyo nti tulina okubeera bampisa ennyo ate ne tubeera n'obugumiikiriza. Oluusi osanga abantu abasinga nga batwala abaana bano ku masomero ku makya, yatandise olugendo leeti naye ate kati ayagala kuteeka buli muntu ku luguudo ku bunkenke nga bwavugira ku pembeni. Ekyo tekikkirizibwa ate kimenya amateeka ag'oku nguudo, nti ate nawe olina okumanya nti waliwo abantu abalala nabo abali ku luguudo era nabo batwala abaana oba abalala balina ebintu ebirala ebeetaagisa amangu. So obeera ku luguudo, please olina okubeera wampisa ate n'ogoberera amateeka ag'oku nguudo, n'otalowooza nti gwe ojja kubiitinga jam oba ojja kuva mu jam ovugire ku shoulders. Ekyo kibi nnyo ate tekikkirizibwa. Eri abo ab'amasomero oba abakulira amasomero, kikulu nnyo okulaba ebifo ate n'otegeera ebyo ebifo eby'abaana ebyo bagenda okuba nga basalirawo nga bayingira mu ssomero oba nga bafuluma, so nga si kuleka abaana ne beetala buli wantu oba buli wamu. Ekyo tekikkirizibwa ate kiteeka ku bunkenke abaana abali mu ssomero eryo. Ng'essomero naamwe mulina okusigala nga musomesa abaana engeri gye balina kweyisaamu nga bali ku nguudo oba road safety tips. Kikulu nnyo at least buli mwe mugenda ku assembly abaana bano mubasomesenga oba mubayigirizenga engeri gye balina okukolesa gano amakubo. Mulina okukwatira wamu n'abo abantu abalala other authorities okulaba nti abaana bano bali safe ku nguudo. Mulina okukwatira wamu ne area police ekyokulabirako okulaba nti abaana bano bategeera biki bye balina okuba nga balina okukola. Mwenga abasomesa mwange tembitegeera naye ate ne muleeta on board abapoliisi aba traffic oba n'abalala bajja kubayamba okuba nga basomesa bano abaana oba ebintu ebimu ebikolebwa okulana n'essomero ebitali birungi oba ebiteeka ku bunkenke abaana abasomera mu ago amasomero. Yo poliisi erina okuba nga eyingirawo n'eraba engeri gyebikola, naddala ezo stages eza bodaboda eziriraanya gano amasomero ezivuga obubi neziteeka ku bunkenke eri abaana baffe abasoma. Ng'essomero mulina okuba nga monitoringa ezo points oba ebyo ebifo abazadde n'abantu abalala bye baleeta abaana ne babadropinga nga bayingira mu ssomero ate ne bakomawo okubakima. Muyina ebyefo okufuna abantu abafuna obubendera ne babuwanika okutegeeza abantu abalala abatali mu bizinesi kati egy'okuleeta abaana mu ssomero lyamwe ne bategeera ekiri mu kugenda mu maaso. So naddala ku makya nga baana bayingira ate nga n'akawungezi nga baddayo. Ate n'ekirala mulina okukolesa emmotoka eziragiddwa kuteeka okutambuza abaana naddala nga bagenda mu trips okusoma oba nga bagenda mu mizannyo. Ebiseera ebisinga tulabye amasomero agatambuza abaana ku fuso oba tipa. Kino tekikkirizibwa ate kimenya amateeka. Ate ebiseera ebisinga nti zino emmotoka zizze nga ziggwa wansi ate ne zikosa abaana bubi ennyo, oluusi n'abamu ne bafiira mu buno obubenje. So kino tetujja kikkiriza, era bw'oba wakutambuza abaana olina okukolesa mmotoka ezo ezikkirizibwa mu mateeka okutambuza abantu. Eri naamwe abazadde kino naamwe mulina okukyenyigiramu. Tosobola kusasula ssente zo okulaba nti omwana we atambudde bulungi ate ne bamuteeka mu mmotoka etambuza ebintu ebirala. Ku general tips, twewalenga okuyisa obubi nga tuvuga ate tulina okugoberera amateeka naddala agakwata ku speed. Buli we tuba nga tuvuga emmotoka tulina okwesiba emisipi, si bino ebyokuteekako omusipi ng'osemberera poliisi ate bw'ogivaako n'oddamu n'oguggyako. Tubeere bulindaala nga tuli ku nguudo ate nga bwe tulipootinga ebyo byonna ebitali birungi oba obumenyi bw'amateeka bwona ku nguudo nga tukolesa emikutu gya bulijjo egya social media. Bino bizze nga bituyamba era bwe tufuna information tugitambuza okutuuka eri abapoliisi baffe abali ku ground ate ne tubakolako bano abantu. Oluusi ne tukobwa eno enamba eya 0800 19 9 9 enamba eno naye tuyamba bw'ogikubako n'ogiwa oyo ali mu kuvuga obubi oba akoze ebitali birungi ku luguudo. Kino kijja tuyamba okukwata oyo muntu oluusi ne avoidinga obubenje obwandibaddewo. Katukolera wamu okulaba nti abaana baffe bagenze bulungi ku masomero ate n'abo abakomyutinga buli lunaku nabo nti bali safe bulijjo okwewala obwo obubenje obubaamu bano abaana ab'amasomero. Ng'ekyamasomero kitadde ebbali mu ssabbiiti eno eweddewo kuva ennaku z'omwezi 8 kutuusa ennaku z'omwezi 14 mwezi ogw'omwenda mwaka 2024 abantu 61 be baafiira mu bubenje ate abantu 308 bano bo baakoseddwa. Mwabo abantu abaafa 24 bano baali batambuza bigere ku nguudo era be baasingayo omuwendo obungi. Abantu 17 bano baali bavuzi ba pikipiki ate abantu 9 bano baali basaabaze ku pikipiki. Abantu 5 bano baali bagoba b'emmotoka ate n'abalala 2. Ku bantu abasinga okufa era be baali abo ab'ebigere n'abaali batambulira ku pikipiki bano bakola ebitundu 82 ku 100 ku bantu boona abafiira mu bubenje buno. Obubenje obwafiira ku pikipiki zokka buno bwakola ebitundu 43 ku 100. Ab'ebigere bakola ebitundu 39 ku 100 ate abagoba b'emmotoka bakola obutundu 8 ku 100. Abasaabaze mu mmotoka ez'enjawulo bano bakola obutundu 6 ku 100. Ku bintu ebyasinga okuleeta obubenje buno era mwalimu okuyisa obubi. Kino kyo kya contributing ebitundu 37 ku 100 nga kwotadde n'okuvuga endiima ekya contributing ebitundu 22 ku 100. Koba obubenje mwalimu akabenje akaata abantu 2 ate ne kakosa abalala 10. Kanoko kaaliwo ennaku z'omwezi 9 mwezi ogw'omwenda ku kifo ng'oliranye e London College ku St. Lawrence Maya ku luguudo lw'e Kampala Masaka. Kabenje kano kaalimu emmotoka 3 era zino zaali UBK 843 Ero ino nga ya kika kya Toyota Tata Lore. Mwalimu n'emmotoka eya UG 0527Z ino nga ya kika kya Toyota Prado nga n'emmotoka eya UAS 023S ino nga ya kika kya Toyota Hiace. Akabenje kano kabaawo olw'oyo omugoba w'emmotoka ey'ekika kya Tata Lore bwe yali ava e Kampala ngadda e Masaka ono n'agezanga okuba nga ayisa emmotoka ezaali nnyingi mu maaso ge ate nga yali Kaserengeto era omugoba w'eno Lore n'abanga akoonagana n'emmotoka yali muviira mu maaso eya Toyota Hiace era n'agenda emabbali n'akoona n'eno Prado TX eyali egenda mu direction y'emu nga Lore gye yali egenda. Era akabenje kano ne kaviirako okufa kw'omugoba wa taxi ne yali omusaabazi mu eyo taxi ate ne kakosa n'abalala abantu 10 abali batambulira mu mmotoka eya taxi. Era akabenje kano ekyakaleeta kwali kuvuga ate okuvugisa ekimama ng'oyisiza bubi oba ng'oyisa bubi olw'oyo omugoba w'emmotoka eya Tata Lole. Leero n'omusajja ono yali agezaako okudduka naye aba bodaboda ne batuyamba ne bamukwata ne bamuleeta. Era wenjogerera ali mu kwewozaako eyo. Akabenje akalala kafiiramu abantu 5 era nazo zaali nnaku z'omwezi 9 mwezi ogw'omwenda. Kano kaali ku kifo ekyebuyala ku luguudo lw'e Kampala Mityana. Kano kaalimu emmotoka eya UBM bisatu Y nga ya kika kya Toyota Hiace ne pikipiki ndala 2. Era akabenje kano kabaawo olw'ezo pikipiki 2 ezegeddwako bwe zaali zigenda mu opposite direction nga buli piki yettise abantu 2 era nga zaalinga ezicompetingira ku luguudo. So bwe zaali zigezaako okuyisangana ne ziluzinga control era kwekonagana n'eyo emmotoka eyali eva mu opposite direction. Era akabenje ako ne kafiirawo abantu 5 nga bano bona bali batambulira ku pikipiki nga kwotedde n'omulala eyakoseddwa era naye nga yali ku pikipiki. Era akabenje kano kuvugisa ekimama okwabo abali bavuga pikipiki ezo. Tuzze nga tulaba nti obubenje obusinga buzze nga bubaawo olw'okuyisa obubi. So buli twogera okuyisa obubi kiki tutegeeza? Okuyisa obubi tutegeeza oyo ayisiza mu koona. Oyo ayisiza mu koona nga tosobola kulaba bulungi mu maaso ki ekiriwo. Oyo ayisiza ng'asemberera ab'ebigere we basalira oba giyite zebra crossing. Oyo ayisiza ku luguudo nga lufunda. N'oyo ayisiza wootasobola okulaba bulungi ki ekiri mu maaso go naddala ng'enkuba etoonya oba nga budde bwa kiro n'ebirala ebitakusobozesa okulaba bulungi ki ekiri mu maaso go. Ate n'abo abayisiza nga tebakebedde bulungi okukolesa side mirrors zaabwe oba driving mirrors okulaba ki ekyo ekiva mu maaso. N'abo abayisiza ku lines, wabaawo lines oba zetuyita road markings ku nguudo. Ezo lines zosanga nti line eri wamu nga nkwafu eri wamu sinkutakutule. Line eyo etegeeza nti tokkirizibwa okuyisa. Era buli bw'oyisiza ku line eyo obeera ku risk ey'amaanyi ennyo okukoona oba ggwe okukoona. So ezo lines tetukkirizibwa okuba nga tuyisizawo. Ate n'okuyisiza mu opposite lane. Buli bwe tuba nga tuyisa kitegeeza nti ovudde mu layini yo ate n'ogenda mu layini ya muntu omulala oyo akkirizibwa okuba nga atambuliramu ng'akuviira mu maaso. So buli bwe tugenda mu opposite lanes nga tuyisa n'olabira ddala nti oli mu luguudo lw'oli akuva mu maaso, ekyo nakyo kiba kyabalabe nnyo. Buli bwe tuyisa ng'emmotoka endala ezituli mu maaso zitandise okuyisa oba nga n'otandika okuyisa ate nga emmotoka ekuva emabega naye ng'etandise okuyisa, ebyo byonna bye tuyita okuyisa obubi luguudo. Ki kye tulina okukola nga tuli mu kuvuga oba safe overtaking kye kiki? Okuyisa obulungi olina okuba nga okolesa bulungi mirrors zo eziri ku mmotoka okulaba emmotoka ezikuviira emabega ng'okozesa side mirror. Ate n'omanya ebyo ebifo naddala ebitera kubaamu obubenje oba zetuyita blind spots. Waliwo ebifo by'otalaba bulungi ekiri mu maaso go oba waliwo ebyo ebifo ebimanyiddwa nti ebifo bino si birungi kubanga kuyisizamu ekyo ekifo kiba kyabulabe nnyo kubanga kitegeeza nti emmotoka endala eyinza okuva mu maaso go ate nekkoona. Tulina okuyisa nga omaze okutegeera nti w'oyisiza walungi nnyo ate wagazi ekimala nti ne wabaawo emmotoka eva eri oyina wosobola okuddukira mmotoka eyo n'etakkoona. Buli lwe tubanga tuyisa nakyo kikulu nnyo okusigala nga tumontalinga speed meter yaffe kubanga ebiseera ebisinga abayisa era bamaliriza nga bamenye etteeka erya speed kubanga abayagala okudduka okubeera ahead of oli gwagezaako okuyisa. so wetwanga tuyisa ekyo tekikuwa busobozi oba tekikuwa tiketi ey'okumenya etteeka erya speed ku nguudo. Tulina okwewalanga okuyisiza ku masanganzira, ate tulina okwewalanga okuyisiza ku zebra crossings oba ne mu bifo ebiri bize nga kwotadde amasomero oba amadwaliro. Bw'oba ng'oyisa nawo ate olina okukonsidalinga kondishoni y'oluguudo, ekyo nakyo kikulu nnyo. Olina n'okukonsidalinga weather oba obudde mu biseera by'enkuba kizibu nnyo, kubanga oba tolaba bulungi ekiri maaso. Mu budde bwa kiro nakyo kizibu nnyo, kubanga visibility oba okulaba oba tolaba bulungi ki ekyo ekiri mu maaso go. Ate nakyo kikulu nnyo nti nga tonayisa olina okusooka okumontalinga traffic oba emmotoka eziva mu maaso go. Biki ebyo poliisi byezenge ekola okulaba nti obubenje buno bukendeera? Ku lwokutaano oluwedde, omuwendo gw'abagoba ab'emmotoka ab'enkana 72 be bakwatiddwa nga bavuga nga batamidde oba nga banywedde omwenge mu Kampala Metropolitan, mu stations 3 ey'Ekatwe, Wandegeya ne Jinja Road. Era n'ebikwekweto ebyakolebwa kwabo abavuga nga tebalina driving licenses nabyo byakolebwa mu wiiki eweddewo, era abagoba b'emmotoka zino 451 okwetooloola eggwanga be bakwatibwa. Mu abo 59 bano baali bavuga nga tebalina pamiti, nga bano nga tebazikwatangako oba tebazirabangako. Ate omu ye yalina enjinjirire oba ekicupuli. 179 bano baali bavuga nga pamiti zaabwe zagwako. Ate 212 bano baali bavuga out of class. Oli ayinza okuba nga avuga tipa ate nga class eragiddwa ku tipa tagiina naye nga alina pamiti ey'emmotoka entono. Ebikwekweto bino eby'omwenge n'ebyabo abavuga nga tebalina pamiti bijagenda mu maaso, ate nga ne poliisi y'ebidduka nga eri bulindaala ng'okulaba nti abaana bali seefu nga bwe bagenda ku masomero. N'okusomesa okw'enjawulo nakwo kujja kusigala nga kugenda mu maaso okulaba nti enneeyisa ey'abo abakolesa enguudo ekyuse, nti buli muntu n'ategeera kikyalina n'amanya kikyalina okuba nga alina okukola ku luguudo okulaba nti waliwo obutebenkevu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. No, obenje obwekisooka sibwogeddeko olw'okuba nti UPDF, omwogezi wa UPDF yabwogerako ekimala, ate ekirala okunoonyereza kwaffe kukyafiira kuobwo obubenje kukyagenda mu maaso, era bwe nfuna ripooti nja kubanga nkomawo nayo okubategeeza. Mwebale nnyo. Ekyokola ki? Olw'okuba nti juzi nali wano nembagamba nti baasi ezo zonna ezo bajja kuba nga bazeekebejja. Baasi ezo okuleeta obubenje kibaawo, naye kisinziira. Baasi ezo okubeera mu bubenje kyo kibaawo, naye ani aleesa akabenje? So ebiseera ebisinga nti obubenje buno bwe biviira ku bavuzi ba zino bases, kati byebyo ebintu bye twagala okuba nga twetegereza ennyo. Ekisookera ddala nti okuyimiriza operation za Jagwa, document eya ministry gya issuing mwagiraba byali eyogerako. Abantu bano kuva akabenje lwe kabaawo tebalinyangako ku poliisi. So kati bw'oba ovuga ate baasi ate n'otandika kweyisanga omuvuzi wa bodaboda oba totegeregeka. So yensonga lwaki tulina okubeekebejja bulungi, ate naamwe ab'employinga bananyi zino companies mulina okutegeera bantu ki bano bwe mwemployinga okukolesa. So tusuubira nti kino ekikolebwa oba ekyakolebwa kijja kuleeta obutebenkevu naddala mu bavuzi ba baasi, ate kino nakyo kisendinga eri messages oba signals eri abo bonna aba companies zino okumanya ki kye balina okukola, kubanga omuntu atambuza abantu ba baasi 6 ate tasobola okuba nga alina okweyisa nga abalala. So ensonga lwaki ekyo kyali kikulu nnyo okukolebwa ate okulaba nti tuleeta obutebenkevu naddala mu bafuzi bano aba buses. Tugambye nti ebibuuzo tembuuza ate kati utazi.
Smart 24, driving business.
Cooking oil like no other makes your meal so sweet and scrumptious. The taste of Uganda, yeah, the taste of Uganda, the taste of Uganda, yeah,
Are you a woman entrepreneur or a woman owning a business and looking for affordable financing to scale up your business? Look no further than the Grow Loan. Grow Loan targets female entrepreneurs nationwide. Key features include a minimum loan amount of 4 million and a maximum loan amount of 200 million shillings, a maximum interest rate not exceeding 10.5% per annum, a loan repayment period not exceeding 24 months. All Grow Loan borrowers must comply with the Grow Project environmental and social standards. Special incentives are available for borrowers that are refugees or from the refugee host communities, people living with disabilities, and women entrepreneurs from the underserved or minority groups. To apply, contact any of the 6 participating financial institutions. Contact us for more information or visit our website at www.grow.go.ug. The Grow Loan is an intervention under the Grow Project, a Government of Uganda project financed by the World Bank and implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and the Private Sector Foundation Uganda. Grow, generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises.
Everyone has a favorite housemate, and the power to keep your favorite in Big Brother's house is by voting. They need your vote each week, and here's how. You can vote on the website or mobile site. You can also vote using the My DSTV app. The higher your DSTV package, the more votes and power you get to keep your faves in the game. Voting opens every Monday and closes every Thursday. Vote now to save your faves from eviction and keep them in Biggie's house. Big Brother Niger, no loose guard. Rated 18. Brought to you by gold sponsor Guinness. Black shines brightest.
yeah.
Smart 24, driving business.
Because we know this is a big vice. Motorcycle thefts are very, very common within our areas, and with the information we could have gotten from him, you never know, we could have arrested more other suspects he works with, where he was taking the motorcycle for selling, like we have done in the past. The promoters of this act are very important also in the quest of investigation. Now, if we don't get who buys these motorcycles, it will become a continuous vice, and these same people, the promoters will get other people to go in his place. So an investigation is ongoing, and we shall be giving you more details on the way forward. Then also related to crime, our police in Wakiso is investigating a murder. We can confirm that Sharif Nakayinji, 48 years of age, on the 15th, that is yesterday, was attacked while she was in her home by unknown persons. We suspect there were more than 4 who beat, murdered. Reports from City Mortuary Mulago indicate she was also sexually abused and left in her home. The police came with the use of the canine, led us to the arrest of 3 suspects in the neighborhood. Now, these 3 suspects, it is not conclusive that they participated in this act. Either the suspects used another mode of transport to flee the area from their home, because the suspects are women. So we don't, we shall rely on much, any other evidence we shall pick from the scene. If all these women were involved, the information, especially the DNA, will be telling us whether they were involved in the murder or not. But so far, from the evidence we have, we suspect it is a man who carried out these atrocities, or men who carried out these atrocities. Whether they are known to the suspects we have, whether they are known to the suspects we have, that evidence will be brought in comparing the different evidence we shall be picking from the 2 crime scenes. So that is what we can say about that. We know that phones were stolen and other items, so we shall rely on that in making sure that we trace for the suspects. That is Namusera. Mu Luganda, polisi yaffe mu Kampala n'emiriraano eri mukola ebikwekweto bingi ku bumenyi bw'amateeka bwe tulaba nti bweyongera. Naye afande Pierre Ajabba abawa details ku bikwekweto ebyo bye tuli mukola. Naye ku bumenyi bw'amateeka bwennyini obuli mu Kampala n'emiriraano bwenja okuba nga njogerako, era nga tulina okunoonyereza kwe tuli mukola ku kikolwa eky'okutwalira amateeka mu ngalo ekyabaddewo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 14 mu bitundu by'omu Kibwa zone ekisangibwa mu Katooke SL mu Wamala Ward mu Nabweru Division. Kigambibwa nti waliwo omuzigu atannategeerekeka eyakuulise ne pikipiki gye twategeddeko ennamba 2 UEL Bajaj Boxer ng'era yagibbye mu bitundu bye bayita Bambu. Ono yavuze pikipiki eno ng'ayolekera wali mu Kibwa zone mu direction ya Kibwa, era aba bodaboda abalala olw'okubitegeerako, oluvannyuma lw'okubitegeerako batandise okuba nti no bamuwondera paka bwe bamulemeseza okweyongerayo. Ekyabadde ekirungi naye kigambibwa ate aba bodaboda bennyini mu kitundu ekyo bamukakkanyeeko, bamukuba ne bamusuula mu mwala ne bamwongera amayinja, emiggo, biki byonna paka bwe yafudde. Tetunamanya bimukwatako, naye tubeebaza ku kikolwa kye bakoze ekyokuzuula pikipiki eno, naye tuvumirira ekikolwa ekyokuba nti no bamaze ne batwalira amateeka mu ngalo. Ebikolwa bino ebyokubba pikipiki bingi nnyo era byesudde mu Kampala n'emiriraano ne districts endala, naye tukimanyi bulungi nti ebiseera ebisinga bano ababba pikipiki baba batumiddwa, era pikipiki waliwo bwe baba bazitwala, era tutera nnyo okwagala okumanya baani abo baba basindise. So omuntu yenna bw'atwalira amateeka mu ngalo natta oyo omuntu aba akwatiddwa, poliisi tefuna kakisa kamubuuza wawa abadde atwala bintu bino n'abaani bakolagana nabo. So kitegeeza nti ekikolwa kino ekyokuba nti nno babba pikipiki kisigala kyeyongera mu maaso, era tulowooza nti bajja kuba nti bamuzzaako omuntu omulala yeyongere mu maaso n'ekikolwa kino, kuba tetwasobodde kukwata baani ade bamukoze ki babadde bamutumye. So kunoonyereza okukyagenda mu maaso, naye njagala obategeeza nti abenyegedde mbikola mu kikolwa kino tubamanyi, kuba njagala okakasa nti no babadde bagoba ba bodaboda, era okunoonyereza kwaffe kugenda kutandikira kwabo balina stage mu bitundu ebyo awabadde ekikolwa kino. Tujja kuba tubabuulira ebisingako, naaba waliwo ekipi ekizuuse. naddala ebikwata ku mugenzi abani ababadde emabega w'ettemu lino. Waliwo ettemu eddala lyetunoonyerezaako ery'omukyala mutuuze we Namuseera wano mu Wakiso. Olunaku olwajjo yasangiddwa mu nnyumba ye nga mufu. Agambibwa okuba nti no yakakkaniddwako abantu abatannategeerekeka. Agambibwa okuba nti yakakkanyiddwako abantu abatannategeerekeka ne bamukuba bubi, ne bamubbako amasimu era ne bamuleka ng'ali mu mbeera mbi. Abasawo kye baatutegeezezza nti ateeberezebwa n'okuba nti natuusiddwako ebikolwa ebikyamu ebiyinza okuba ebyobuliisamaanyi. Mukyala wa myaka 48 era ng'essaawa zino tuli mu kaweefubwa kunoonya baali abeenyigidde mu kikola kino. Twasobodde okwanjula embwa ku Sindi nesobola okuba nti nozitutwala awaabadde amayumba etwakutta abantu 3. Tetwagala lowooza nti abantu bano abasatu be beenyigidde mu kikolwa ekyo, wabula embwa zo we zaatututte kuba twasanze nti ate abantu bano bakyala. Naye olw'embeera yonna eyabaddewo eraga nti nno abantu abateebereza okuba nti bakoze ebikolwa bino okusinziira ku alipoota eziva mu basawo bateebereza okuba nti no basajja. So tujja kusinziira ku bujulizi bwe tunaaba tusanze omuntu ono yafiiridde ne mu maka agabali be twajjeeyo okulaba nti no baba balina akakwate ku nsonga eno oba nedda. Naye ng'essaawa zino okunoonyerezako kukyagenda mu maaso mu nsonga eno. Sharifu Nakayingi. Sharifa.
Everybody, I wish to begin with those in the room. I salute all of you on this 16th September 2024. Every Monday, as you are all aware, we give you the state of security and operational incidents. This is the state of security and crime in the country. Uganda Police Force of tips and has shared very crucial information. So I will simply share those few issues which he may not have touched, which may slightly go outside the traffic scope. Today is when most schools are receiving students for the 3rd term. It is crucial to share those tips. The return of children to school involves safety issues, bearings on public transport, like the way SP Kananura shared with you, and security generally, since there are financial transactions along the way. I would like to begin with the financial transactions. And the biggest stakeholder in that area are banks. We appeal to banks to promote alternative payment methods, such as digital wallets and online banking, to reduce incidents of on-counter cash transactions. This will help in mitigating associated risks, but also reduce the inconveniences arising from crowding at banks. Now, you are all aware that schools have issued the bank accounts to parents. Now, the payment into these banks is where we want banks to help us and share with their clients. Their clients in this particular situation are both the schools, but even the parents. Let them share, because these alternatives are already in place. Very many clients of banks are using electronic methods. So those people whom we see lining at banks, for them, where is the problem? What can't they do? By police include children going to school without adult supervision or an adult accompanying a student or a pupil. And particularly, this is worst when the child is a juvenile and probably even a very tender juvenile. You find children at the age of 4, 5, 6, walking themselves to schools. You are all aware that it comes against the background that they are threats. We have had incidents where you find some of these children being exposed to kidnaps and to all other forms of abuse. So that is one of the observations which we advise that the parents revise the way they approach it. Let them spare time to escort these children to school. Some parents deliver their children, especially these ones who drive. He drives the child to school, but just lets the child out of the car to find his or her way to the school. Now, that one is also a negligent act. If you have chosen to drive the child to school, please complete the process. Hand over this child to a specific person, probably a teacher, or in line with the protocols that are followed when children are being handed over to schools. Because this one gives us challenges. The day we have a child kidnap, we find a challenge on apportioning blame. Who didn't do his work? The child will, the parent will come up and say, I delivered my child to the school. The child who was not delivered by the parent ends up in trouble. The school tells you, but whom particularly did you deliver the child to? So we want to avoid all sorts of mistakes and negligent acts of this kind. So this is the best opportunity to tell you this. School administration, and I recall I shared this information even earlier. School administration, the first thing we advise school administrators, when you are receiving a child, what is the health of that child? I have seen some schools are really strict on health checks. Let a parent not bring you a child in a bad state. We have incidents where they have held you accountable, where those parents are the ones to blame. Let you know the state of health of that child. Let it be documented. Let the tests be done by qualified medics, and let the records be kept at school. Now, the other thing, children are being delivered in those schools. There are risks. Some of them carry illegal substances like drugs. Some of them carry or may carry dangerous equipment or weapons. So you really need to carry out a very thorough search their luggage, search them properly so that we avoid these incidents. We don't want as police tomorrow to hear an incident that a child smuggled a sharp weapon or a dangerous weapon into his colleagues, which weapon was used on his colleagues. We really need the schools to take on this matter with a lot of seriousness. The other issue we want to share with you, we have noticed that some parents deliver children, but upon delivering them, they present incomplete records. Sometimes you find the telephone contact is incomplete. If it is not the telephone contact, you find the name of the deliverer of the child is incomplete. There are situations where you have found the person delivering a child calls himself John. Now, for Christ's sake, if you looked for John, the Johns in this country, I don't know how many you would count. So you need to inspect these rosters to ensure that people give their correct but also complete identity. Then safety on school premises. Does the school have firefighting equipment? That is one. There are other risks, leave alone fire. Children like playing all over the compound. Have you covered those manholes all over the compound? Are they safe to run as they wish? Then lastly is the issue of structural integrity. There are structures which lack integrity. At times, you find a latrine has lost integrity. The manhole the pit is about to give in. Do some inspections so that we avoid accidents. So that is those are the tips I wish to share in respect to the return of children for the last term, which is the third term. The other issue I wish to share with you this time round is on gender-based violence. It's a short one, and particularly, to prevent and respond to gender-based violence and violence against children. Uganda Police Force, as you are all aware, established toll-free lines or helplines. Now, we know that there are challenges that our clients face. You know, gender-based violence is a bit unique. The suspect, the complainant, the witnesses all live within, on most occasions, live within the same environment. So you find there are fear-related issues. The manner of reporting may not be as ordinary as you people have always done in traditional reporting systems with the police. Victims fear retaliation from perpetrators. You find a situation where a lady wants to report the husband, or the other way around. You find children want to report their father. So there is fear which is more ordinary, or extraordinary compared to the ordinary, So what are we saying as Uganda Police Force? I wish to share this toll-free line. This line will help the victim to call us in his or her comfort zone. You don't need to come to police immediately. Call us on this, then we can guide you on how else you can approach us, so that we do not have situations where these cases are not reported, but because you fear. The toll-free line is 0800 19 9195. Then the other lines, although these are not toll-free, there is the Airtel, which is 0707. I repeat, 0707 72 26 91. Then lastly is the MTN line of 0776 47 88 03. So let's share information around GBV and violence against children on these hotlines. We have a fully fledged Department of Child and Family Protection at police headquarters. They are ready to help you in areas around SGBV. On operations, police conducted a number of operations. It conducted an operation where we arrested 22 criminals in a targeted sweep along Northern Bypass and Mulimira Zone, Kamocha in Central Division, Kampala City. On 11th September, at about 11 a.m., Chirar Road police conducted an operation along with local leaders from Mulimira Lower in Kamocha, Central Division, Kampala City. The objective of this operation was to apprehend a list of identified criminals who were causing disturbances in that area mentioned, but generally in the policing area of Chirar Road, particularly around the Northern Bypass. Northern Bypass was not spared, along with Mulimira area. The operation was successful, resulting into the arrest of 22 known criminals. The public expressed their appreciation for the police efforts and called for more targeted operations in the area to strengthen security. We shall share with you photos which we have. Then we also carried out an operation which netted the 26 suspects in Busega. That was on 13th September 2024 at around 8 p.m. Police carried out a joint operation with our sister forces, particularly the UPDF. The operation resulted in the arrest of 26 suspects whom we have charged with public nuisance. It was in response to public concerns over rising incidents of phone snatchings and thefts in Busega, particularly around the flyovers, roundabouts, and the Northern Bypass. The operation commenced at Busega Chengera flyover and concluded at Busega Mitiana flyover, covering areas including Chengera, Masaka flyover, Busega roundabout, and extending through the Northern Bypass. Additionally, 6 motorcycles believed to be used by these criminals were seized and are currently held at Natete police station for further investigations. We still have photos of some of these criminals we shall share. We had an operation in Chireka, Rail Zone, Chireka Ward, Namugongo Division, Kira municipality in Wakiso district. This was on September 14th, 2024, at around 1 a.m., where police and other security agencies conducted operations in the said areas. We managed to net 15 known criminals. The names are with me here. We shall share them with you on our platforms. We also have photos of these suspects with their contraband we got them with. We also carried out operations ezo lines zetusanga ku banks abo bo kyekyagaana mutuyambeko nabo mubatuuse ku fenga bye tuyita mutumanyi tumina apps so that tukendeze omujjuzo ku banks naye ate n'ekirala si mujjuzo gwokka abamenyi b'amateeka ba-exploitinga nnyo omujjuzo ogwo okubba abantu. So banks mutuyambe nnyo tulabe nti tugezaako okuziyiza obumenyi bw'amateeka ku miryango gyammwe. Then abazadde tuze twogera nammwe naye kino ekintu this time twagala mukitwale nga kya nsonga nnyo. Ekisooka muwerekere abaana especially abo abate nnyo mubatuuse mubasomesa mu mikono gy'abasomesa oba mu mikono gy'amasomero. Tusanze nga poliisi nti waliwo bwe tuba tunoonyereza emisango egy'okubba abaana nosanga nti abazadde n'essomero basika omuguwa. Omuzadde agamba nti nze omwana namutuusa ku ssomero. Ku ssomero osanga teriyo bujulizi bulaga nti omwana waliwo eyamurisiivinga. Waliwo bw'osanga nti olusi omwana bamutuusa ku ssomero naye ng'omuntu eyamutuusaayo yeewandiisa erinnya limu John. Mugenda okunoonya John mu Uganda muno ba John bw'otandika okubabala oyinza okwetaaga olunaku lulamba. So mutuyambe olusi n'osanga nti essimu oli gye yeewandisiza ku ssomero nga adepositinga omwana essimu eyo ebulako. So twetaaga ne tuteekawo embeera nga waliwo akola inspection ku mpapula ezo oba record eyo gye tuba tuyina ku ssomero. Then ekintu ekirala waliwo bano abazadde nga batwala abaana ku masomero mu mamotoka naye nga ye ajasa agenda n'agamba omwana fuluma, omwana n'adduka yekka ne yeeyingiza mu ssomero. Teri amanyi omwana atuukira mu mikono gy'ani. N'ekirala risiki eba y'amaanyi nnyo wakati awo ng'omwana ava mu mmotoka ne bw'aba ng'atuuka mu ssomero. So tetwagala tufune accidents, tufune ekibba abaana. Tugezeeko nnyo okulaba nti tuteekamu omukono okulaba nti abaana bali safe. Then n'ekintu ekirala ye safety y'abaana nga bali ku masomero, era kino kigenda eri abo bannannyini masomero. Abaana making sure nti omwana we bakuleetedde ku ssomero obulamu bwe bulungi. Tetwagala bakuleetera omwana ayina obuzibuzibu mu bulamu bwe kye tuyita medical challenges. Ate enkya mutandika okulaba omuzadde ne headmaster nga beesika nti nze nakuleetera omwana wange nga mulamu, ate nga headmaster yagamba omwana we wandeetera yayina challenges oba health challenges generally. Ekintu ekirala kye twagala oluso okwogerako, omanyi kati tuli mu nsi oba technology eya kalimagezi. Abaana balaba zi firimu, abaana bajja n'ebintu bye mutasuubira, enjaga. So abazadde mukiteekemu, abasomesa ne ba headmaster mukiteekemu amaanyi. Abaana bajja n'enjaga, zikuba, bajja ne marijuana, bajja n'ebintu bingi. Mubacekinge, abaana mubacekinge n'ebintu ebirala nga ebyobusi, ebyambe. Enkya ojja kuba oli awo owulire nti omwana bamufumisa ekiso, naye nga kyava ku ki? Omwana yakiyisaawo n'akiyingiza mu ssomero nga teri amukoze eki? Amukubye ku mukono oba amucekinze. Then ekintu ekirala oluso kye tutera okusharinga n'amasomero. Abaana nga bwe mumanyi baana badduka balina omuzannyo mungi, making sure nti temuyina binya bitali bibike. Mujja genda musange muyina ebinya ebitali bibike mu compound, ebimu byali bya tooyi, muwulire nti omwana yagudde mu kinnya kya tooyi. So eyo nayo safety tip, mugezeeko nnyo okulaba nti ebintu ng'ebyo tebibaawo. Kino ekirala ekisembayo nzize nkyogerako eky'omuliro. Tojja genda ozimbe essomero lya $8,000,000 oba obuwumbi 200 naye ng'olina fire extinguisher emu, and most likely gy'osanga nga ne expiry date yayitako. Please making sure nti muyina fire extinguishers ezimala. Then mwogere even ne ba matrons. Mumanyi nti okunoonyereza okumu kwe tubadde tukola nga police ku miriro, mugenda ne musanga nga matron yasibirayo abaana ekinyolo emabega ye n'atambulamu. Mumanyi waliyo emiriro egyali gibaddewo bwe gityo, n'ebintu ebirala bingi nnyo. So twagala muteekemuuko ku maanyi mu safety procedures zino so that twewale obubenje mu masomero. So mwebale nnyo ku ekyo. Ekirala obutabanguko bw'omu maka. Mubumanyi, omanyi bwe buvaako emisango mingi mu Uganda muno. How? Ojja genda olabe omusango gw'ettaka, naye bw'ogenda ogugoberera obulungi ojja kusanga nga waliwo akakuubagano wakati w'omukyala n'omwami. Abaana nga basse kitaabwe, mada, naye nga obuzibu buva mu butabanguko bw'omu maka. Ate obutabanguko buno abantu abasinga obungi bo balooza nti it is all an issue nti tuba twogera ku bakyala bokka. Abakyala nedda. Obutabanguko buno bwa affecting abakyala, abaana n'abantu bonna abali mu nju omwo. Ate n'ekirala, abantu abo bonna abali mu nju, any one of them asobola okuba victim. Kati sometimes butandika mpola mu luzungu kye tuyita buyina a progression curve muba mu bulaba. LOC mujja kusanga nti bwali buyiseeko mu LOC bwali buyiseeko mu mikono gya RDC bugenda okutuuka ku level ya mada nga flags zonna abantu bali baziraba nti omanyi luno olutalo twajja tululaba we lugenda okutuukira wano lubadde lwengedde. So tuyina enamba ze twagala okusharinga nammwe nti zino enamba either omukyala bw'olaba nti ebintu bitandise okusoba oyinza okusharinga naffe ensonga zo, oba omwami. By the way, nga bwe ngambye sijja kwogera ku bakyala bokka, oluusi n'abaami, waliyo abaami abali eyo wansi naye nga bafiira mu babanyiga, ate n'osanga omwami ng'atya okujja ku poliisi okuloopa omukyala. Bandaba batya nga ngenda ku poliisi nti ngenza okuloopa omukyala, oluusi bakiyita omukazi. Kale bw'oba otya wakiri tukubire kasimu tugezeeko engeri gye tuyingira mu nsonga zino, kubanga tomanya kiyinza kuvaamu. Ate usually ebitera okuvaamu mwenna mutera okufiirwa, because omukyala bwatta omwami bonna bafiirwa. Omu afiirwa obulamu, omulala poliisi n'emutwala n'emuggalira, abaana ne bafiirwa abazadde. So enamba zino wammanga zetutera okubawa, zetugenda okubawa nga poliisi, era zibaddeko naye kati kanzibasomere. Waliwo eno gy'okuba naye nga teriiko kasente kofiirwa, 0800 199195. naye kangisome mu Luganda, 0800 995. Ndoza sisobeza ne 0 bagiyita note. Then waliwo eya Airtel 7 note 7 0 7 0 7 7 2 nkaaga mwenda, then nesembyayeemu njiddemu 0 7 0. Yes, 0 7 0 7 7 26 9 then eya MTN eri 0 7 7 6 ana mu 7 kinana mu 8 0 3. Era tubasaba mweyambise enamba zino, kubanga olusi muyinza okuba muti okujja ku poliisi, then ffe tubalagirira engeri gye tutambuzaamu bwe mba mumaze okutukubira. Katugende ku bya ebikwekweto bye twakoze nga poliisi. Mu Mulimira zone e Kamwokya mu Central Division e Kampala twakolayo operation we twakwatayo abazibe emisango 22 nga 11 September omwaka guno, zaali ssaawa 5 ez'okumakya, era poliisi yaffe eya Kira Road wamu n'abakulembeze abamulimira zone mu Kamwokya abakola operation eyo. Ebifaananyi tubiina, era twagala okusiima abakulembeze abo bwe baba batulaba oba waliwo atulaba atwale obubaka bwaffe nti tuba tusiima abantu bwe beenyigira mu policing, era bano tubayina mu ngalo zaffe. Then ku 13 September nga ssaawa 2 ez'ekiro era twakolayo ekikwekweto ekirala e Busega we twakwatayo 26, naye nga kino ekikwekweto okusinga kyali ku Northern Bypass ne ku flyovers. Waliwo abanyakula obusimu abo ekyengeraawo ne twatuukayo Busega roundabout. Twabakolamu operation era abo 26 ntukwata ne pitch 6 ze try tutebereza nti zaali zikozesebwa mu bumenyi bw'amateeka obwo. Era nayo ebifaanani mujja kubisanga ku mutimbagano gwaffe. Ekireka mu Rail Zone, Kireka Ward mu Namugongo Division nayo twakolayo ekikwekweto nga sawa 7 ogw'ekiro. Era twakola ne UPDF. Era operation eyo twasobola okukwatayo 15. Amanya tugayina wano mujja gasanga ku mutimbagano naye era twagala okusiima abantu bonna abatuyamba mu intelligence ng'abakulembeze n'ebifaananyi nabyo tubiina. Twakolayo n'ekikwekweto ekirala era wamu ne UPDF nga September 14 omwaka guno ebweyogerere still. Ekikwekweto kino twakikola ne tukwatayo 14 mu Kireku zone. Era amanya nago tugayina. Twagala okubasiima. Sijja kumenya amanya gano gonna mujja gasanga ku mutimbagano n'ebifaanani nabyo kwebiri. Twabasanga n'enjaga nyingi era bano bonna kooti. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Yes, please.
Smart 24, driving business.
Blue magic is my joy. Blue magic, wange. Ayo, talaba kumabala, atukuza nonyirirawo kirako enyange. Tayisa bubi fabriki, kyonna kyekiri kigwa lwa blue magic. Blue magic is my choice. Ono blue magic, ye wange. And the blue magic is my choice. Hey, ono blue magic, ye wange.
Are you a woman entrepreneur or a woman owning a business and looking for affordable financing to scale up your business? Look no further than the Grow Loan. Grow Loan targets female entrepreneurs nationwide. Key features include a minimum loan amount of 4 million and a maximum loan amount of 200 million shillings, a maximum interest rate not exceeding 10.5% per annum, a loan repayment period not exceeding 24 months. All Grow Loan borrowers must comply with the Grow Project environmental and social standards. Special incentives are available for borrowers that are refugees or from the refugee host communities, people living with disabilities, and women entrepreneurs from the underserved or minority groups. To apply, contact any of the 6 participating financial institutions. Contact us for more information or visit our website at www.grow.go.ug. The Grow Loan is an intervention under the Grow Project, a Government of Uganda project financed by the World Bank and implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and the Private Sector Foundation Uganda. Grow, generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises.
There's nothing quite as exciting as getting ready for the big game, your favorite shows, or a great movie. Except when you have an unexpected surprise. Whether you've forgotten to upgrade or pay, have an error code, or need to reconnect, you have two choices. Do it the old-fashioned way or say absolutely not. Find the call center number or find your phone. Travel to a customer service center in town or just scroll to fix it, pay it or upgrade it and get it done. Stand and wait or sit and watch. Finally upgrade or be glad that you stayed. Travel back home or do it all on your phone. Maybe it's time to say out with the old and in with the do. Do upgrades, payments, error clearing and more the easy way with the MyGoTV app. Spend less time managing your GoTV account and more time doing what matters to you.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Smart 24, driving business.
An injured person and you deliver him to the hospital, they will accuse you of knocking as being the first suspect. That is illogical. No. For you to be accused or to be placed at a scene of traffic, there are so many considerations. There are so many considerations. And your delivering of a patient cannot be one of them. There are traffic issues which are done. There are certain exercises. There are measurements done. There is evidence required. So we can't. Similarly now, in your situation, you have delivered a child, a juvenile. We may need a statement or two simply to guide the police so that we move to the next step. Of course, at the end of that day, we shall trace for the parents, we shall trace for a number of witnesses that can help us in crucial information. It could be an LOC, it could be a neighbor. So that one should not be a problem, my sister. Then this other issue of that police on most occasions favor males or men in those cases. If it ever happens, it will have happened courtesy of just an individual police officer and who probably has not appreciated our classes on gender-based studies. First and foremost, as police, we have inculcated studies on gender in all our curriculum. So every police officer who comes out of our bakery, whether at initial or whether at professional courses like Webaja, you cannot tell me a DPC who has gone through Webaja, police senior staff and command college, and is seated cannot solve such a problem. You cannot tell me that a constable who has gone through PTS Kabali does not know how to segregate and how to handle issues of gender-based violence without importing in his emotions. No, we expect him to. So that one would be a deviant. That is deviant behavior. but we are all well trained, including me who is seated before you. Now, secondly, we also want to dispel the notion that gender-based issues are for only women. No, we must listen to all the parties fairly. So if you are a woman who is going to go to a police station expecting only one answer, an answer in your favor, you are in the wrong place. The other place is for investigations. You could go as a complainant, and by close of evening, you come out a suspect, based on the facts that will have been presented and processed. Exactly. So sometimes we have people who go with clear, with the premeditated positions. Since mzee ndi muchala, so the answer is no. It is a fair system which listens to everybody. So my sister, if there are police officers who have stereotypes, so I will not make any comment to that effect, but I am going to inquire. Yes. I even don't know, by police, by the army. So all that you can see, I don't have really information. The issue about border stages near schools. Yes, it's a very good point raised by our colleague. Now, ordinarily, a border stage at a school has pros and cons. On one side, it is a quick and accessible means of transport for those parents, for those teachers, for those other service providers who do not have other means of transport like motorcycles, bicycles, and cars. But that stage can also be a problem. It can be used for monitoring movements. It can of children. It can, in others, it can also be a threat. What I know is that for us, we are calling upon, as Uganda Police Force, local government authorities, both municipal and city, or even town councils, to look into it, have deeper conversations about the safety and risk issues associated with having, so that they can be regulated. I know that at the end of the day, when deep conversations are had, like for example, I know KCCA has done advanced, is in advanced stages, looking into these matters. You weigh into a number of issues. Sometimes you may find you don't need to totally throw it away. No, at times you don't need to throw away a child with the bath water. You can sometimes find that when you have proper leadership of these stages, you can control wrong elements. At times, you may even find the border stage is a source of security. So I do not want to pass judgment from a press conference on this matter. This matter is a function of both administrative structures of local government as well as police. Police is just a partner. We have an input because the transport sector has security ramifications. So police certainly has a role to play. Yes. The colleague or comrade here who talked who raised the issue of NUP about to resume their tours. Yes. NUP The last time I remember this issue was under discussion, we had called them upon to come to us so that we have an input in the planning processes. And even now, the call still stands that in any arrangements they have or they intend to have, they should reach out to police for joint planning so that we have orderly exercises or orderly events. Yeah. A colleague among us here talked about security. We have shared those guidelines before with them. And no.
Legal and having ambulances, not doing the procession.
Yes.
There are some other new guidelines which you issue to them so that.
Not really, not really. Ours is always to, you see, we are issue specific. If you are going to specifically place A, B, C, D, you come, you sit, we plan. It is like, for instance, you have people who organize events on a weekly basis. Every event organizer you are seeing, every time you see musicians, you see politicians, you see big crowd pulling events. Behind those events, there is usually some security meetings which are usually held. And not only security, but organizational meetings. I know that even them, when they are going, wherever they are going, they plan. So we are saying, can we be involved in the planning processes so that we have a smooth exercise? I think let them come and then we talk. Let's have the conversation. The issue raised about security and the transport sector. First and foremost, let me thank you. If there is negligence, then we are going to communicate it. I expected my colleague Kananura even to have expounded it further. We need security in the transport sector, both of the taxi terminals and the bus terminals. Safety in terms of, security in terms of checks and ensuring that wrong elements do not exploit these crowded movements of passengers taking children to schools. Then safety, as you may be aware, some of our drivers, you may find, are using enhancing substances. You may find a driver is drunk, but who is the best person who can help us? The stage leadership, because they are the most immediate partners. And usually the other one is the passenger. I don't know which magic bullet we are going to use to convince passengers that you are the people who can stop a reckless driver or one who does not appear to be stable in his mind by either influence of drugs or any other mental condition. You are the one who can get that phone call and call the police. The police can only have a few checkpoints. Police cannot, even if we put a checkpoint after every 300 meters, the driver can accelerate and cause mayhem between the first checkpoint and the second. So surely it is you whom he's riding on almost an equivalent of a roller coaster who can save us. It is a matter of calling us. It is a matter of you having the civic duty of having the relevant phone contacts so that when you call, police acts. Other than waiting, the man takes you through a swamp and the next day you are on a stretcher, you are on crutches, you are regretting the whole of your life. and probably even blaming police for not doing its work. So surely we call upon you that this battle, we must fight it together. You cannot exclude yourself. You cannot sit and wrap your hands and claim it is purely police work. I thank you. So let me give the, yes.
Smart 24, driving business.
This is Jordan. When it comes to classwork, Jordan is magic. Jordan shines. Jordan makes his peers better. Jordan is a true leader. White Star Magic family. Be a leader. Be magic.
Oli mukyala munna bizinesi era oyagala bizinesi yeekulaakulane, gavumenti ya Uganda ekuleetedde ssente za Grow era nga weewola okuva ku bukadde buna okutuuka ku bukadde 2 n'osasula mu bbanga lya myaka 2 ate nga gw'asasula mu budde olinna mukisa ddala. Eri abakyala abanoonyi b'obubuddamu nammwe abaliko obulemu, enteekateeka eno egenda kubakolako mu ngeri ey'enjawulo. Okumanya ebisingawo, tuukirira Post Bank, Equity Bank, DFCO, Centenary Bank, Finance Trust Bank ne Stanbic Bank oba genda ku mukutu gwaffe ogwa www.grow.go.ug oba okujja ku ofiisi za PSFU ku Kyaddondo Road e Nakasero ku kizimbe kya Trust Tower omwaliiro ogusooka oba okuweereza obubaka bwa WhatsApp ku nooti 7623 3 nooti 4961. Omukisa guno gw'abakyala bonna okwetooloola eggwanga era ng'enteekateeka ya Grow evujjirirwa banka y'ensi yonna n'eteekebwa mu nkola Ministry y'ekikula ky'abantu ne Private Sector Foundation Uganda.
Grow, generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises.
Tuli wano leero ku Divine College Wakiso okutuusa obweyamu ew'omuwanguzi waffe owa school fees kubanga abadde akozesa Pay with Momo okusasula school fees za mwana we era awangudde school fees za term 3.
Nze nkolera Kagadi naye ekinnyanguyira okukozesa MTN Momo olw'okubanga transport okuva Kagadi okujja ero Kampala mitwalo 6 nga nyiga *165*8 nakozesa MTN Momo nga balance yali asigaddeyo ne musasula. Kaakati nange nafuuse omuwanguzi mu MTN Momo. Ndi musanyufu nnyo abe MTN otuddiza. Bazadde bannange mbakubiriza okozesa MTN Momo kubanga MTN yesigika, MTN mazima wanvu.
Together, we're unstoppable.
Closer to your champion. Sakani Fumine, 100-meter sprinter.
Patrick Chinyemba, flyweight category.
BMX racer. Athlete Worknash Masalabada.
Stay connected for every medal moment from the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Get closer to your champions with Supersport on DSTV, the home of entertainment.
Smart 24, driving business.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, I hope you are ready for the Ultimate Investment Challenge. Whether you're a seasoned pro, whether you're here to begin with, just your first time, the NSC Investment Challenge brought to you by the NSC Soccer Play has officially begun. Today, I'm gathered here with our team, a lively team over here. They'll introduce themselves. So we are going to give you guys tips, basics on how to get into the platform, get into the investment challenge, how to track yourself in the leaderboard, and also we're going to talk about the prizes which are going to be won. Guys, where do you start? Ladies first.
They're always fast. Okay, so my name is Nancy Nasimiu. I'm part of the NSC team. Yeah, thank you.
Jacqueline Jerry, Agile Business Solution, a business analyst.
My name is Stephen Okwemba, Marketing, PR and Communications Executive at Agile Business Solutions as well.
Okay. See now, guys are just too serious over here. I don't know if the camera actually got their seriousness, but they're too stiff. So let's do a bit of some icebreakers. Okay, are you guys ready for that?
We are ready.
First question of the day. What is bidden? I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, so today, as we all know, the 9th September, Monday, it is the day that everyone has been anticipating, the investment challenge. So just so you know, for everyone, the investment challenge is going to run from today all the way until 9th of December. So feel free to track your portfolio, be at it every single time, read the news, articles, and then also stay tuned for more tips. But then today, maybe you can talk about now some of the perks that we expect from the investment challenge. Stephen, could you take us through?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, first and foremost, the perks really involve the learning bit of it. So in as much as we have the other incentives, the best thing I'd say is the whole literacy that comes with the financial literacy that comes with it. You know, this is a hands-on platform where people can learn and develop their skills. So it's risk-free. So all those things are part of the perks, but I know people are interested in knowing the take-homes. What am I taking home apart from the knowledge?
Is it money? Is it books? Correct. Tell us.
Yeah, so I believe we have mainly three things. So firstly, we are talking about the money aspect of it. There's cash prize set aside, whereby the top person will get something, as well as the first and the second runners up. I also believe there's also the chance for training and also career growth in terms of getting an internship somewhere, and even if someone sees you on your CV indicating that you're an active participant in the NSC Soko Play, I believe it's an incentive as well to a potential employer to see that you're interested in financial aspect of things, and that as well also is yours to take home. Yeah.
So we're not talking about cash prizes. There's up to 100K to be won. Number one will get 50K. Number two will get 30. Number three will get 20. Now, apart from that, there's also, you've talked about the internship opportunities. I mean, like, get the opportunity to grow yourself in the career path. As you know, currently, there are many issues about the workplace. It's so hard for anyone to get any job opportunity. But now through this, you stand a chance. Then now, of course, now some other people are asking some common questions, such as, how do I join, how do I register, so on and so forth. But now this is where Nancy comes in. Maybe she can even give us a bit of some few tips here and there. Maybe she can also answer some frequently asked questions which have been asked through our social media pages. So now the first thing which you need to know is, how do you register? How do you sign up? Where do you go to?
Oh, thank you for that. So many of our participants do not know where the NSC website is. It is very easy. www.nsc.co.ke. You go to a digital academy, there's a drop-down menu. Then from there, you go to the LMS. From the LMS, you go to our virtual trader. So there you get our app, that is from the website. If not, we have posters that have a direct link that lead you to the app itself and the simulator. That is the first step. The second step, kindly, do put your right name or the name that you'd want to be identified with. Don't use funny names that you all know about. Use names that you are on your ID, preferably. So once you interact with the app, it has a nice interface that allows you to see the colors that you stand for. And above all, you get to see the securities that are listed there. So with that, it takes you to the other place where you get to interact with the money, interact with the current balance and the selling balance, and other securities there.
Okay.
That is where we can start from.
Okay. You see, many people have been asking, if you're not above 18, if you're below 18, are you still valuable to join into the contest?
So our contest is regulated, and we have to accept only people who are over 18 years. So there's a portal where you'll have to provide your information, and you have to be over 18 years to participate, so that we can be able to verify your information and trade risk-free without not exposing your data privacy. So yeah.
And you see now the opportunity where if you put in your wrong details, obviously, that check will be written on that name. So if the check bounces, don't blame us. You're near you. Then now we also have Jackie over here, who's going to give us a proper walkthrough. But before that, tell us something about the virtual trader.
Okay, thank you, Sami. I believe the platform is very intuitive in a way that you're getting real-time data from NSE. I believe most of this data is not currently out there, and apart from that, the platform offers an analytics tool, of which not so many investment platforms offer. You're able to analyze various stocks across different sectors. You're able to view a trend analysis of how it's been performing over time, and depending on whatever stock that you want to watch on, you can actually bookmark it or make it a favorite. So I think the platform is nice, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And also one thing which we forgot to mention is through our partner, TradingView, they've given us a proper analytics tool that Jacqueline has talked about. So it's AI integrated with machine learning, so it gathers all those news data from that specific sector, which is going to analyze every single thing, simplify it into one, and then it's going to give you the best choice of whether is it the best time to buy it, is it the best time to sell. But you really want to know more about it, get into the virtual trader. Now guys, it's an open space. Let's talk about the investment challenge. What are some of the things that you guys expect to happen between now and December?
I believe one is to encourage everyone to join the platform. It's very educational in a sense that not so many understand the stocks field or the market per se. And I believe this will give them an opportunity to learn so much more. So I'd want to see more people be onboarded.
Maybe just to reiterate what Jackie has said, well, for us at Agile, we believe in our mission and vision, whereby we are steering convenience in humanity. So we believe the product that's out there, which is SocoPlay, has kind of, given people an opportunity to practice. So practice makes perfect, as the adage goes. So for the young professionals, for the students out there, I was just to encourage them, kindly participate, kindly just keep trying. It's actually risk-free. This is virtual money we're talking about. So before someone goes to the actual environment where they can, participate in real-time markets and everything, they'll be able to, have more confidence in whatever choice they'll make, because they've been practicing. They've been seeing how the information, how the news changes, the prices and everything. So in a way, the practice will help them a lot. So we're expecting to see at least a surge in the number of people taking part in it.
Okay.
Mine has to be that there's a lot of information on investment, and sadly, people don't get to practice what they learn and what they hear out there. So this application and this simulator gets to allow you to be able to participate in the market where you're able to understand and to sharpen your skills, because this gives you a platform where on a personal level, you're able to grow, you're able to understand what you need and where you need help or guidance. And above all, you get to assess yourself. Money comes and money goes, but this money is there for 3 months for you to use well, yeah? So I believe that this application is the next level for any person who wants to know about money and investment. This is helping a lot, and just to second them all, it is risk-free. Where do you even get to hear that nowadays? Even when you have money, it's not even risk-free because something is just going to come to your mind and you have to buy something. You know, if someone passes near you, you just feel like, that one. But this one is on your application and you can get to use it. So yeah, we want a lot of participation.
And how do you guys think about like the virtual cash that you're being given is 250K? Do you think that's too little, too much, fair?
I believe that's quite, I'd say on a personal level, depending on how much someone is versed with, the processes. Because if someone is starting up, firstly, maybe you might start small before you get to start spending the big cash. So since it's just for purposes of trial and error, even if you're buying a stock for that's worth 1,000 bob, I believe 50K is quite admirable a figure.
Yeah, that's true. So the challenge, as we all know, officially began. And I'm just going to go through the leaderboard and see, currently there are 1,300 people who've already signed up for the investment challenge. And it's only been 11 hours since it officially started. So we have position 1, we have Sami Johanna. We all know who that person is. Followed closely by Ian Waithaka. Yes. So his total profit, Sami Johanna's total profit at the moment stands at 33,400. So the way you're going to beat Sami Johanna is if your total profit actually amounts more than that. Ian Waithaka, you're close, but full of Martin Njoroge. So I'm only going to read the top 3. But obviously, if you're in the investment challenge, once again, we're going to give you a proper walkthrough on how you can join into the investment challenge, and you can also track your portfolio and track the current position which you're in, which the leaderboard is going to be there. There's one interesting person over here, I remember, and I think you also know her. There's Ruth. Ruth, I remember you sent us an email saying that you're finding it hard to join into the platform. Finally, you've joined in, and I can see your current position is number 5. So big up, Ruth. So what we're going to be expecting is we're going to be reading out the leaderboard weekly. We're going to be sending out training tips, and also, guys, there's also a WhatsApp group, which there's an email which has gone around for people to join into the WhatsApp group. We're going to be sending out analytics tools and some different analytics over there. We're going to be sending out tips, lessons, so on and so forth, just to keep you guys updated. Any parting shots from you guys?
Who is who, to get to know, or rather to get access to the right kind of information that's out there. And I believe over time that network will also improve their net worth,
Yeah, that's true. So guys, if you haven't joined into the platform, there are so many things which you're missing out on. Once again, thank you guys for joining into the NSE Soko Play. The investment challenge has begun. It's going to run through all the way until December. Trade, learn, practice, and stand a chance to win prizes. Thank you.
Okay, so you log into academy.nsc.co.ke, and on the platform you'll have 2 options. If you have a valid account, you will use the login, and then if you want to sign up, you will click on the sign up page and fill in the necessary information. So for now, I'll just guide you on what to do and where to navigate so that you can join the investment challenge that is currently running from September 9th to December 9th, 2024. So once you're logging on the platform, you'll be redirected to the dashboard, whereby you'll be able to view different dashboard or pages. You'll have the current balance. This is the virtual money that you'll be assigned or allocated. Then you will have the portfolio value and the stocks that you're currently holding. You'll be able to see the price ticker for different stocks or different shares. Then you'll be having a portfolio overview for your dashboard to give you an analysis of how much you've bought in terms of shares and their current value. Then you'll also be able to see the top gainers. We are giving you a list of at least 5 top gainers and 5 top losers. Then additionally, you have the last transactions. This will give you a history. It will give you different statuses, whether it has settled or not. Then we have the Soko Play statistics. Then at this point, you'll be able to see live statistics. This is from the Soko Play statistics side, of which is the platform. Then you have the market statistics. This is what is currently happening on the live market. After that, you would ask yourself, how then do I join the contest? So if you're not already on the contest, you'll navigate to the main menu dashboard, scroll down to contests. Here you'll be able to see any active contests that are currently running and click join. So if you've already joined, it will give you a notification you're a part of this contest. If not, so if I wanted to switch to the contest profile, I will click switch profile and then navigate to whichever challenge that I want to participate in. So I will go to NSE Investment Challenge. Again, the dashboard is same. However, we'll have a different feel and look on the contest bit of it. Trade by clicking on various call to action, start trading. You can navigate to Market Watch for specific stocks that you want to buy. Then the analytics in collaboration with TradingView. You'll be able to do a various analytics of various stocks. This is currently on whatever prices. You'll be able to view different equity prices on the platform, current data. Then on my watch list, you're able to highlight which stocks that you want to be following. And that's it. And then if you want to view, and then on the financial news, again, in relation with TradingView, you'll have various news from various sites. And then when you are ready to transition to the actual market, we have a link to redirect you to brokers or investment participants, where you can be able to create accounts and transition to the live market. Tab for the same, you will scroll on the dashboard and click commence trading. This will redirect you to AIB or any other investment participants that you can join. And this one platform where you can be able to register as an investor and transition to the live market.
Smart 24, driving business.
Cooking oil like no other makes your meal so sweet and scrumptious. The taste of Uganda. Yeah, the taste of Uganda. The taste of Uganda.
Get all the football on DStv Cutback for only 110,000 shillings per month.
You used to tell me that I I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Are you a woman entrepreneur or a woman owning a business and looking for affordable financing to scale up your business? Look no further than the Grow Loan. Grow Loan targets female entrepreneurs nationwide. Key features include a minimum loan amount of 4 million and a maximum loan amount of 200 million shillings, a maximum interest rate not exceeding 10.5% per annum, a loan repayment period not exceeding 24 months. All Grow Loan borrowers must comply with the Grow Project environmental and social standards. Special incentives are available for borrowers that are refugees or from the refugee host communities, people living with disabilities, and women entrepreneurs from the underserved or minority groups. To apply, contact any of the 6 participating financial institutions. Contact us for more information or visit our website at www.grow.go.ug. The Grow Loan is an intervention under the Grow Project, a Government of Uganda project financed by the World Bank and implemented by the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development and the Private Sector Foundation Uganda. Grow, generating growth opportunities and productivity for women enterprises.
Smart 24, driving business.
Hi and welcome to the Trading Bell. Now we have sat right here at the office of Tom Mulwa. He's the Group Managing Director of Liaison Group to just not only understand about their product diversification but also talk about Lindsay Sukuk, which was the recent bell ringing ceremony at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Tom Mulwa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Beautiful office you have here, and thank you so much for having us.
I wish I could spend some more time here, but unfortunately I never find the time to stay in the office. I'm out there in the...
And for the sake of our viewers, maybe before we define Liaison Group and what they do, let's talk about that latest move we saw, because you were there and you addressed the gathering there, business people, investors, the president and everybody else, and you rang the bell with the president there, Lindsay Sukuk. Could you enlighten us? What exactly just easily happened on that day?
Oh, great, and thank you for having me. Yeah, Lindsay Sukuk was our Liaison Group response to supporting the infrastructure gap which we face in Kenya and Africa at large. So we went out there with a call to support the institutional housing projects by government. Our initial thinking that was we could do a conventional bond. But with the current interest rates, any conventional bond, which would give a return to investors to support the institutional housing program. So we had to look more in more innovative ways to think differently. And we found ourselves looking towards Islamic funding. Now, the good thing with Islamic funding, it's not interest-based. It is dividend-based. And it's ethical-based. So around those principles, we were able to structure a sukuk, which is an Islamic funding model, against which the investors, who are basically Islamic investors, Islamic finance investors, would then receive a dividend out of well. And we're very, very proud of that successful issue. Yeah, that's all about sukuk in basic language.
Okay. For the sake of our viewers, and really appreciating that this is ethical financing courtesy of the Islamic way of doing things, one would be asking me, I'm not Muslim, am I allowed to invest? Maybe that's one of the questions they may ask. And I also wanted to couple it up with, is this also
other Islamic products? Actually open to all of us. I would say is if we need to go out there and actually educate more Kenyans about